most disgusting thing a family member has ever done in the name of charity? My uncle raised $500,000 for sick children. My little cousin was one of those children. She never saw a single cent of it. My uncle Desmond was the golden boy of our family. Charming, well-dressed, always the first to raise his glass at Thanksgiving. 5 years ago, his daughter, my cousin Ivy, was diagnosed with a rare kidney disease. The whole family rallied. Desmond started a nonprofit called Ivy's Light to help families drowning in medical debt like ours. I was 22, good with a camera, and desperate to help. So I became his volunteer social media manager. I filmed the fundraisers, I edited the testimonials, I watched strangers cry on camera talking about how Desmond saved their kids. For 2 years, Ivy's Light exploded. Golf tournaments, gala dinners, a viral TikTok that raised $40,000 in one weekend. Desmond would call me at midnight, breathless. Marlo, we hit 6 figures. Do you understand what we're building? I did understand. I believed in it completely. My Aunt Renata would post updates about Ivy's treatment plan, thanking donors by name. Ivy herself did a video from what she called the Good Hospital, thin and smiling, saying thank you to everyone who gave. People in our town started calling Desmond a saint. He got a plaque from the mayor. I helped him accept it. I stood next to him in every photo, proud to be part of something that mattered. The cracks started small. Ivy missed a scheduled procedure, the one the last gala had specifically funded. When I asked Renata about it, she got strained. It's complicated insurance stuff. A donor emailed me asking why her name wasn't in the annual report since she'd given $10,000. I forwarded it to Desmond. He replied one line: handle it, don't escalate. That word, escalate, sat wrong in my stomach for days. I started actually reading the financial disclosures Desmond had always told me not to worry about. The accountant handles that. Public filings for a registered charity are supposed to be exactly that. I found the nonprofit's tax filing online in about 4 minutes. The numbers didn't move like a charity's numbers should. $610,000 raised over 2 years. $11,000 reported spent on patient medical assistant. I read it twice, certain I'd misunderstood a column I hadn't. I drove to Desmond's house that night with my laptop open on the passenger seat, like evidence I needed to physically carry. He answered the door already annoyed, like he knew. Where's the rest of the money, Desmond? His face did this practiced patient thing. Marlo, running a nonprofit has overhead. Legal fees, event costs, my time. Your time is not a hospital bill. I pushed past him. Renata was on the couch, not looking up. Ivy's insurance covers her care, Desmond said, like that settled it. The donations built the foundation's future, scholarships, outreach. You wouldn't understand nonprofit strategy. Then show me the outreach. Show me one scholarship. Silent. I looked at Renata. Does Ivy know none of that money went to her? Renata finally looked up, and her eyes were wet, and that's when I knew she'd known for a long time and had swallowed it. He said it was temporary, she whispered. He said he'd pay it back once the boat. She stopped herself. A boat. He had bought a boat. I didn't sleep that night. I printed every filing, every screenshot of every donor comment thanking him personally, every testimonial video I'd filmed with my own hands under false pretenses. I called the state's charity registration office the next morning and asked exactly what a person does when they suspect fraud. They walked me through it. I sent everything. 3 weeks later, an investigator called and asked if I'd be willing to testify about what I knew as the foundation's former social media manager. I said yes before she finished the sentence. When the story broke, it wasn't a small local piece. A reporter who covered nonprofit fraud picked it up, and within days, Desmond's name was next to words like diverted and fabricated disclosures. He called me sobbing, the first real emotion I'd ever seen from him. You're going to destroy this family. I told him he'd already done that. He just used my face to do it. Desmond was charged with charitable fraud and is currently out on bail awaiting trial. The state froze what remained of the foundation's account, and a judge ordered restitution to be paid directly to Ivy's actual medical providers. My aunt filed for divorce 2 weeks after the story ran. As for Ivy, a group of strangers who'd read the article started a new, verified fund for her care. Total transparency, third-party audited. Last month, she finally got the procedure that was funded back when she was 9 years old. She's 14 now. I sat next to her in that hospital room, and she squeezed my hand and said, "You're the only one who actually saved me." I didn't correct her. I just let myself believe it for a second.